Yes, welcome once again to another episode of Shoot the Messenger podcast. My name is AJ, here with Kendra here. Thank
Hello.
you. Yes, hello. Welcome to the show, the 22nd of the show. A lot happened this week. Notre Dame burned down. Also, we're going to cover the black hole since we didn't cover it last week. And yeah, there's a lot going on right now.
We are going to cover it all then.
Welcome to the show. Catch it several different ways. My name is AJ Kendra, right? You can catch it on shootthemessenger.net. Boom.
On YouTube, Shoot the Messenger podcast.
Yep.
Search for it that way. Also, we're on Spotify. Again, it's Shoot the Messenger. I recently had somebody be like, hey, I couldn't find it. He thought it was Don't Shoot the Messenger. No. It's Shoot the Messenger. That's how you find us.
Okay.
Spotify, iTunes.
Well, I got it rip ram ready to go. Show for you for the Saturday. Let me bring up the topics for today. Boom, 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 boom. Just like in the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so you see all the topics there? Ooh, they're a little bit off center here. Those listening on iTunes and, God bless you. We're going to talk about Elon. Saving the world is the first topic up to bat here, episode 22.
Just a little topic we like to discuss, saving the world.
Saving the planet. Saving the planet. CNN says to save the planet, 1 trillion trees. Well, CNN's not saying it, but a group of scientists is saying it. 1 trillion trees. And countries are taking them up on the offer to plant 1 trillion trees.
There are countries like China and India have already stepped up and said that they wanted to commit to planting a lot of trees. I'm trying to find the exact numbers right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then also there are nonprofits like Plant for the Planet. They're also running a Trillion Trees campaign to partner with like the private sector to plant more trees.
Plant more trees. That's a lot. They say the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now, right?
Perfect.
So do you think this is doable? 1 trillion trees is a lot. And they actually map it out where you can plant trees. A lot of the desert areas, Saudi Arabia, unplantable. Areas that are most affected are in yellow. You can see a little bit in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. And they also talked about the fact that it depends. Where you plant the trees can really have an impact. So we really want to try to plant trees in more areas that have been struggling with deforestation, like the rainforest.
Okay.
Versus where we are in northern Michigan.
Tons of trees. But I guess it's a problem. Plant some trees. They always said that. Now, I guess it removed tons and tons of carbon. We'll leave the link in the description below if you want to go more in depth with that. But we have more show to do. The trash pickup. Hashtag, what is that? Trash? The hashtag trash cleanup? Trash challenge?
Trash challenge?
Yeah, there's been a trash challenge. People are cleaning up before and after pictures of these areas. And, this is removing 2 tons of waste from Everest. Mount Everest right now. All the tourists that go there, they leave a lot of trash, right? Didn't you cover something or you read something on Mount Kilimanjaro?
Yes, it was talking about how they've decided to go completely waste-free. So that means that basically you bring a bucket with you for your human waste, and then you take the human waste that you produce with you down the mountain.
A bucket?
Yes.
You do a whole bucket?
You bring a bucket.
That's so gross. I wouldn't even...
Well, and they say that it's so cold that you really don't smell anything. And really the biggest hassle is the fact that it adds extra weight to your carrying pack.
Yes.
And that's the most pain that it is. But they say in the long term, it's just good for the mountain. It's good for the mountain for you to take your human waste off the mountaintop.
The hashtag, trash pickup. Right? It's a good thing. Trash tag? What was it called?
Trash
tag? I think it's the trash tag. Yeah. It's like, they're cleaning up areas. Like, you show the before and the after of the trash tag. Hashtag, see? I got these listed right here. So the people, they take an area, they clean it up. And, it's been going to third world countries, and Mount Everest is no stranger to it. People picking up parks. And the trash tag is it. So if anybody picks up trash, you can do that. Be a part of the fad.
And I encourage you to any day, any time.
Have you ever done it? Have you ever done like a highway pickup or anything?
Growing up, the Conservation Club did one every year that we would participate in.
All
so like every year for years. Yep, it was lots of fun.
That's
It
good.
was a great way to spend your summer as a child.
Amazing how many cigarette butts are out there in the world, right?
A lot of cigarette butts. Those things don't just disappear, guys.
Well, they know that. They know that.
Do they?
So let's go. Next topic. Yoga does not make the inmates gay.
Oh goodness! Thank goodness!
Thank you, Russia.
Goodness.
So why are you saying thank goodness?
Well, because
It doesn't.
this has been such a beneficial class for some people. They found that's why they fought against this idea that.
What made him think that yoga made people gay, though, in the first place?
Well,
you know,
it's so funny because if you read through the entire article, they say that the person who claimed that they were asking for the classes to be prohibited because it would create gayness, they are saying that that's fake news. I never said that.
fake news, gay propaganda is what they're calling it. I didn't know that sort of thing existed, but I mean, I knew it used to exist. Still does in some countries. Didn't know in Russia. I guess
Of course.
anti-gay propaganda. Is that what you call it?
Yes, very much
Anti-gay.
so.
Hey, just taking a minute. Let's take a quick break from the podcast to thank a few of our sponsors. Now sponsored by NPR.
No.
Welcome, NPR. We're sponsored by them. Are we?
In a way.
No, we're not.
I mean, this show is not sponsored.
Don't let my hijinks get you in trouble, Kendra. We're not sponsored by
This show
NPR.
is not sponsored, but this show is not sponsored by NPR.
But Kendra
no.
works at NPR now, so that's good. How's it been going?
Like the fridge is sponsored by NPR.
We want to know how things are at NPR. Is it everything it's cracked up to be?
It's amazing there.
You have
it's
to lie.
Beautiful. I'm not. It's great. It's like utopia, radio utopia right
Whatever.
now.
I sent back my headphones, and they sent me back these, and they're Bluetooth headphones. They got
Who's
little
they?
switches. Our next sponsor, Sennheiser. Sennheiser, brought to you by Sennheiser. I'm throwing logos up on the screen for those of us listening at home. Anyway, don't forget, big Ultimate Units. That's coming up next. What is it called?
Ultimate Units.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what you said it is.
Okay, I hope that's the name. I always forget the name. Anyway, yoga doesn't make the inmates gay. They're gonna get yoga now.
Yes.
Because yoga doesn't make the inmates gay.
No, in fact, it reduces people's likelihood of going to the doctor for other medical
Right.
conditions.
Okay.
So that's why the Russian prison population kind of fought to keep it. Which, are you interested in knowing the number of yoga participants in the United States?
In prison?
Well, no, just in general. Just in general.
Sure. Yes.
Well, it would be 55 million people.
Did you do? Wow. All right. I love it. Next.
Yep.
What
50.
an interesting
As of
number.
2020.
Next topic. We're gonna keep it pushing.
You're pushing you.
Robots, like MJ, made to pass, made to shoot. This robot right here, made to shoot three pointers. Right, made by Toyota. Done pretty good. Can hit like 7 out of 10. But they set him up for half court shot right here. Let's watch the robot do his magic here. Boom, boom. Lines it up. All the way from half court. Now they say, yep.
Straight on.
Eesh.
Straight elbow. Like
Yay,
a pro.
she's happy. He nails it. And I like the follow through. Yeah, set. So they say they're about 10 years away from having robots dunk. But
10 years.
how soon until the robots square up on the court?
So-
One-on-one AI. 20, 30
the same
years?
time they're landing on Mars.
Oh, shut up. Well, that's coming up. You can't get too ahead of yourself. But right now, Kendra, we have one of my favorite topics in the world.
Do we?
Yeah, it's This Week in Reddit. Woo! Yeah, because I could stay up all night and try to think of topics, but this is probably better. I just crowdsource it out, throw it to the hive mind, and the hive mind throws it back to me, and I throw it back to you, listener, funky listener. Simple things someone can do to better their life. I thought this was good just to get a few off the top.
Love
Get
it.
a few off the top. Scrape, scrape, scrape.
Just a few pro
Bam.
tips.
Number one.
From the people.
Declutter your living space. Not exactly the easiest or the first time, but when you get rid of things you don't ever use, it clears your fucking head. How about that, Kendra?
How about that, AJ?
She's got a lot of shit,
He's
people.
got a lot of shit, people.
No, why are you lying?
What are you talking
Tell
about?
them about your scrap.
All your empty boxes that you just keeping around. At least I have.
We
things
might need
in
a
my
refrigerator
boxes.
box in the future, and they make good time
I
traveling
have
machines.
Stuff in my boxes. He just has empty boxes.
Why? You're not
people.
being very specific. What do you have in all those boxes?
I have China dolls that I would like to sell. So if you're interested in buying a China doll, I might have one for you.
Yeah, there you go. As a single 27-year-old female, just kidding, you're 29. They're saying that
Marie Kondo, everybody sparking joy. This is like the new Netflix phenomenon that AJ is completely not up to date on.
why are you dissing me?
Are you up to date on Marie
No,
Kondo?
what is it?
It's this adorable little Asian lady who comes into your home and helps you declutter by telling you, like, does this spark joy in your life? And if it doesn't, that's okay.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
tell it that you
Don't want to have you echo, so just quiet, a little
Well,
quieter. Yeah.
Thank it for its service, and you can let it go.
That's love
so
it.
it's this whole philosophy about decluttering.
All
People
right.
love it.
Okay.
It's a good time.
Okay. All right. I like it. I'm gonna try to pull this down a little bit, try to get you less echoey here. All right. What else is there? We're talking about life philosophies. Remind yourself of the good things you have. Be thankful, right? Isn't that what they always say? Be thankful, people. Be
Mhm.
thankful.
Yeah. Just having like a minute in the morning before you get up of going like, this bed, I love my bed. I love my roof. I love the fact that I have food in my fridge.
Yeah.
It's all you need. Like,
Create a budget.
It helps. It helps.
Create a budget. That's what they say.
Also
Do
helps.
this. I mean, of course, these are we're starting to get common sense here. The guy stretches. Stretch every day. As you get older, I didn't understand what the fuck I was doing when I was a kid. I was like, why are we doing this? It doesn't mean anything. But the stretching,
It's
stretching,
important.
it feels good as an old man.
Mhm.
It feels good.
Be more honest, but don't be a d-bag about it.
I can't do that. There's no doing that. I'm just kidding. I try to be nice. I come out very blunt. All right.
Well, and that's the thing. You can be honest, but not be mean.
It's tough.
It's
I'm
hard.
trying. No, listen, people. I'm not a dick, but I'm just misunderstood. And speaking of misunderstood, sometimes you're just having a bad day, right, Kendra?
Sometimes
I'm gonna full screen it for you people. Enjoy this, man. We'll commentate on it as we go. I probably won't go full screen, but okay. First off, this guy goes to work, and this is a feed throughout his day. Looks like a Snapchat.
Indeed.
You got one job, boss.
Get this shit off my truck. This nigga gets stuck. Now
What you have is a forklift stuck, and the guy's just stuck in there. And now he's at a train. Stuck
Bruh.
in his car while the train crosses. Check the volume. And the train stopped. Now, did you ever have to wait by train?
Oh yeah, there was one train all the time that we would have to pass the train tracks to get to where I lived, and Sundays I feel like
Look,
we
it's
caught the
going
train
backwards
more than
now.
once.
It's bagging up.
He's mad.
What is you doing, my
Did
nigga?
it ever back up?
It did.
Ah.
It did back up,
I would be so mad. It stopped and backed up.
and it's like going at a snail's pace too.
He's
you know, it's not
going
like it's going
forward
fast.
again.
He's going forward again.
What is he doing?
You get that road rage when you're in the car just waiting for something to happen. Get that road rage. Look at.
Car bagging up again, dog.
Yeah, dog.
I'm really not trying to be funny, dog. I don't know what the fuck this nigga is doing.
Whoa. See?
Just watch it. Watch it.
I
This-
can't say
this
that.
Then you
person
got
can't
dead
stand
shit.
It. Oh, well,
You got me parked by the dead shit.
sorry, dude.
God, that shit stink.
It's bad.
This shit.
It's a bad day, Kendra.
For this poor guy, yeah, it's a day.
The train going back and forth sometimes is maddening. Is it
What
in
is
there?
This
doing
person
now?
can't even stand it. Look, they're about ready to peace out.
Who?
If this nigga
This
come
car,
forward
you
again,
just
bro,
watch.
I'm
They
getting
look
out
like
the car.
they're-
We
See,
throwing
I
in.
think I shouldn't let you
Throwing
watch
in.
videos
This
because
nigga
you
ready.
Look at him,
This
they're backing
nigga ready
up.
to get the fuck.
were tipping your hand. There we go. That's true.
This nigga
Yeah,
coming
I would
forward
get out of there.
again. This nigga coming forward again.
Again.
What does he keep bagging up, coming forward for?
See, this relaxes me in
What
my
the
day.
fuck?
I get.
Schadenfreude.
Oh man, that's why I don't feel
Schadenfreude?
so bad when I blow up. So anyway, that's his bad day. That's his bad day. I thought I'd share that to you. I love road rage, man. I think it's the funniest thing in the world. Like when people get mad, People, public freakouts on Reddit. Like this is from Reddit. This is what we're talking about. Since we're talking about more Reddit's little palette, I'm not supposed to call it a palette cleanse, but something in between the segments to kind of mix it up a little bit so you can further enjoy these bite-sized individual topics that I give you. It's a fucking palate cleanse, Pete. Besides eating cereal with water, what's the most outrageous eating sin you've ever witnessed?
Top comment.
You're going to go through it. Read it for us, NPR.
When I visited my aunt's family as a kid, she served a purple cow milk mixed with grape juice.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds gross.
I've had the milk and water, or the water and cereal, right? The water and cereal, and it's actually not that bad.
No.
It's not that. You had it. We had it at our morning show.
We did.
It's not bad.
Just wet in your cereal. It's fine. It tastes fine.
This guy waits tables. He says this lady poured a bunch of Red Hots over her French onion soup, a bunch of red chili flakes,
Oh, yeah.
and just ate it like cornflakes. That's not too bad. This guy, the comment says she must be dead inside, desperately trying to feel something.
One person said, I used to work as a bartender. One day, middle-aged man walked in, ordered a beer with milk.
Yes. I let the customer drink his beer milk. That's what he said. Yeah, I let him drink his beer milk. It looked disgusting, and he happily drank his beer milk and left. Yeah, there's some good stuff. Anything else that tickles your fancy on this list, Kendra?
There was a friend who went through a cake decorating phase, and she would make these horrible concoctions. They said the worst was a Christmas cake that looked really pretty, but it was an orange spice cake covered in mint icing.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be like brushing your teeth and then rinsing it with orange juice.
Yeah, that's what I discovered of shitty flavors as a young kid. Brushing your teeth and then drinking the orange juice. She's like, bam, what the hell happened here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what happened?
Delicious,
it's
horrible
so good.
together.
And then you brush your teeth and it's so bad. Anyway, links is always in the description below. You can go down and just click on the link. You can read through these yourself. We've curated the topics so you can just kick back, relax, click on some shit.
Together.
Have a good time. Participate. Yeah. Well, leave a comment. Leave a like would be nice.
You can rate us on iTunes.
Whatever. Just a
Leave a comment,
thumbs up.
a review on iTunes.
A flipping, a view is good. Watch the show. Tell somebody else about the show. Have them watch the show. Say, hey, the show's good. Check this out. Ideas, suggestions, comments, always leave them with us. That's great. Thanks for watching the show. If you've gotten this far, I love it. What could go wrong on Reddit? We're going to continue the Reddit streak. We had a lot of topics built up. It's been a minute since the show. But I love this. It's a riot. Let me set this up. It's a riot. You gear up at home. You say, I'm going to wear my knee pads. I'm going to wear my helmet. I'm going to wear my gas mask. And we're going to help out. I'm going to be the man. Because when they shoot that tear gas on over, I'm going to be the man. This guy kicks it back. Look at that. Boom. Feeling good.
In his t-shirts and gym shorts.
Gym shorts. He's got the gas mask. He's got a walkie-talkie. Look at that. He's already been hit once or twice. He's got some white shit there. But you know what? The cops, they saw that. Boom, retaliation. In the nuts. He fell down like freaking Soda Pop Pinsky. Nuts.
Bam.
Bam, bam. I like the double fall. He
Ow.
hits with his ass first and then full back. Go. I didn't expect that. Water
And then
goes everywhere.
punch.
He's got water. Oh, my water.
Ugh.
Anyway, yeah, you gotta wear a cup too. So you gotta,
You're not protected unless you're fully protected.
He definitely wasn't a Boy Scout. Definitely wasn't a Boy Scout.
That was taught in Boy Scouts, huh?
Well, they always come prepared. That's what they do. Last minute of Reddit here. The most infuriating first world problems. Now, we're babies. We're babies. Everything is instant. And let's read through some of these. They asked the internet, first world problems. NPR, go ahead.
The automatic sinks don't sense your hand at the right time. So you're just doing this number?
Are you just grabbing? Yeah, show us the number.
That one?
You're grabbing.
I like to move my hand around.
I actually slap the bottom of it. Bop, 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 bop. That's what I do. I'm start hitting it. Come on.
Nope. I hope that
Give me
there's a sensor.
Give me some water.
So I'm moving in the hopes that my hand will read the sensor.
This guy, not having food in the fridge, only ingredients to make food, but too tired to cook or hungry to cook any of it. So you just eat out, right?
Second that motion.
Being bored on the internet, first world problems. Not just happy you have it, but you're bored. First world problems, Kendra.
When you reach over to grab some water on the nightstand and you knock it all over your phone and your laptop and your wallet and your keys and everything, and you have to get up in the middle of the night to clean up the mess you just made.
I like that. It used to be when you had to get up and turn the channel. You're like, what are you, lazy? It's the remote. Now it's when your internet starts glitching out and you have to unplug the router. It's, lazy. 29 seconds feels like an eternity. Like, come on. Go ahead. 150 channels on cable, nothing to watch. I like that.
Easy.
That's
it. That's
somebody
classic.
talks about this. When you have too many choices, you can't appreciate any of them. No, we've talked about this, haven't we? We've gone over this. We have in the show notes.
Someone put a pepperoni pizza hot pocket in my box of meatball hot pockets. Cooked a meatball hot pocket and got pepperoni pizza. So the packages for hot pockets, they don't have like labels at all. They're just like they all look the same.
What about this? PC owners, when you hit the restart button instead of shut down, because it's going to turn back on. You just want to shut down and go. It's going to turn back on. Somebody Jerry Seinfeld. Let's go. As you notice the background this week, people, thank you for joining in. God bless you. It's a giant freaking black hole.
And God bless ladies.
Well, we'll get to it. Black hole of a host you. This is what they thought it might look like. Look it. Renderation.
Rendering.
This was before it came out on the 8th of April. We have all seen the picture, but they thought, look, some strands. Okay. Didn't quite turn out that way. Here's what it looked like. Here's what it came out. Everybody's seen the photo, right? Now that's what it really looked like.
Okay. Well, I mean, it could still look like the rendering. It's just a little out of focus.
All these links are in the description below. You can feel the whatever.
The
Read about it.
science,
Okay.
The knowledge from your brain. You can feel that by reading these articles.
Yes. Yeah. But I liked personally of the black hole, I like this one, the zoomed out version. Really, really great. We'll have this in the link in the description below, but you can kind of see like where it comes from, right? The zoomed out version of the black hole is pretty cool. But there was a woman involved. Kendra, you want to get to that?
I do, as a matter of
Katie
fact.
Bauman. Katie Bauman was to thank because she was a woman and she worked on it. And here's her photo. And, they used different satellites. But the problem was she wasn't the only one, right?
Well, she was not. She was one of many. She was only the person who helped develop the algorithm that turned the data into the photo.
Look at this trig. I bet you math wizards can figure that out in the background. Be like, what's going on in this one? Oh, they're doing the triangle shapey flip over the y-axis. That's what they're doing.
Yep.
Anyway, so she figured it out.
She did.
Along with some other people. But we actually I actually brought up a chart. Here, it is charted, all the data about how many hours each person put into it. And we'll put this in the link description below. But you can see Katie Bauman right there. April and October, she worked on it. But there are some people that really, really did a lot of work. A. Shell, Michael D. Johnson did a lot of work. So a team of people, much like anything good in life. It's not just one person. It's a team of people, right?
Exactly.
And I'm talking about the A team right now from Florida. Next topic, nude Florida women were air drying at a rest stop, police say, before leading them on a wild chase. Just a bit of air dry. Kendra, take us through it, Kendra.
Well,
NPR, take us through it.
Oh, goodness.
Go
So these three women were at a rest stop on northbound I-75 in Florida. And apparently they were told, the cop came up and was like,
What's
Hey,
up?
yeah,
We've had some complaints of nudity.
yeah, apparently y'all are naked and what's going on? And the three ladies were like, we're air drying. So
He's like, well, with suntan oil on, miss?
well, and they apparently were also putting on suntan oil at that time.
Right. So what did they do? They
at
said,
that-
sorry, officer. They had a good discussion about it.
I mean, that's not exactly what happened. At that point, it seems like he tried to get a little bit more information, and then they were not about that. They got into the car and then they left. So then he tried to track them down later. They were spotted at a convenience store.
Oh.
So he went to the convenience store, tried to arrest one of them who was not able to get back inside the vehicle. While trying to make that arrest, somebody inside the vehicle drove directly at the trooper.
Oh, wow.
So it's like just one bad decision.
Sounds like a
after
video
another.
game to me. Sounds like a video game to me.
From there, one of the ladies got out of the car and started swinging a metal bat around.
Double Dragon.
Yes, and so then
Streets of Rage.
So then the
4.
car was rammed one more time before it took off. They managed to get all back in the vehicle and take off.
All right.
And then from there, the spike strips were dropped.
Yeah. Yes. Why?
And
I don't want you echoing. That's the
well,
other thing.
all right. Well, your voice is distorting when it gets loud too. So
Is it?
it is. Yeah.
I know. I'll do this.
Yeah,
I
and
want it
that
to
makes
distort. I'm shaving off the normies. That's what the kids say. You shave off the people that aren't supposed to be here by just being like, if you're not supposed to fucking be here, get out of here. It's a podcast, and we pull no punches.
We're in a club, huh? An
Anyway,
exclusive
it's
club.
called shaving
So,
off the normies.
Anyway, from
Go
there,
ahead.
the spike strips were laid down,
Yes.
and that got the car stopped. But then the ladies locked arms and like refused to get out of the vehicle. So it was just like bad.
Nice, long story short. I like that.
Bad
It sounds like a
choices.
long, a lot of things happening. God dang, a simple rest stop just can get crazy.
Well, and like, I mean, this really strikes me as. I mean, all these girls are under 20. Let's keep that in mind.
18, 19,
and
19.
So all these are 3 young ladies. And the fact that they were bathing at a rest stop really strikes me as they probably are homeless.
There you go. Yeah, I agree. And I don't, it's just how you react to things. Sometimes police just want to talk, fill a simple thing. You don't need to run. It's a young kid's mistake. They blew it way out of proportion. Then they try to hit the cop. It's just a dumb decision. Just a series of bad decisions. And now it's time. We brought it back. It's absolute unit time.
Time for absolute units.
So absolute units, the big boys in life, the ones that you just want to bring home. Look, this guy on screen. Look to the middle. Go, oh, look at me. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's an absolute unit of a giraffe. And he's going to grace the cover today of the show, the thumbnail.
He's going to be right in
Yeah,
the middle.
he'll
midst
be.
of it.
This is an absolute. Look at that neck.
Yeah,
I know you can't see this,
Massive.
Kendra. Can you see it?
I can see it
Oh,
now.
you can.
Yeah.
You know what? And we're gonna do a clickbaity photo of me going oh, and you're gonna be like oh, and we're gonna do the clickbaity thing. Okay. So
All
now
right.
you know, people. We're doing
Yeah,
the.
we're telling you guys, so it's not as bad.
All right, get out of here, Draft. But real absolute units will catch you up. It's always fun to visit. Look at this cat. Look at this absolute unit of a cat.
The pose, the power, the prestige.
Yes, I love it. We got a Caucasian Shepherd here that's pretty big. All right, look at this guy. Belly rubs. That's a unit right there. Absolute units. Now look at that. Check out this unit. Okay. Drama in the LBC. Sees a guy coming in. Watch this. Boom. Had a gun. Grabbed it, double hands, and elbows him. This lady's security too.
She's like, I'm out.
I like how Kendra said the real security showed up. Yeah. Well, that's what it's like working security.
Well, no, it's like she's like the warning symbol.
Well, she saw it right away. She's like, he's got a gun. He pointed it at her, and then he held it down. And then this guy's like, what the motherfucker? Bam. Unit. Basking in the sun. Unit. Cyber blat. Blat.
Blah.
Suka blat. That's Russian. Binksy's.
Oh, kitty.
That's a big unit. Oh, look at that guy. Look at these
What kind
units in
of
the
fruit is
trees,
this?
Kendra. Don't want to mess with that unit.
No.
Prom unit. Units. Okay, that's it. Absolute units. Yay!
Yay, units.
That was good.
You can always check out the Reddit units for a good time.
All right. Well, speaking of units, Star Wars. Do we want to cover it? Yeah. Why
Sorry,
not?
I'm distracted by this sub contrabass sitting at 6'4".
I
That is a
can't.
unit.
I've already clicked off
That's
it.
a unit.
Are you gonna hold it up to your camera? Hold it up to your camera.
I can't see.
Hold it up. I'll tell you when you get it. Okay, that's it. What is it?
This is sub bass.
Oh, that's a huge bass. Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
I don't know how to say bass.
Is it a saxophone? Man, I wonder what sound that makes.
It's contrabass. It's a sub
I watched some other podcasts. Chris D'Elia, Mom's House,
Yeah.
and they just fucking hang out.
Yep. They're just chilling.
I know I keep it pumping, but
You're pushing. You push.
I do. Because I don't want to waste people's time. But like you listen to these other podcasts, man, and you're just there for the personality.
You're like,
And they're
"Hey,
sitting there like, oh,
welcome.
look at the walls. And you're like, yeah, tell me about those fucking walls, dude. Tell me about your life. We're trying to bring you goddamn topics. God, we're so underrated right now. We're like freaking Michigan State.
What?
I don't know. We're like Rudy. Rudy was underrated. Star Wars trailer. Overrated, underrated. Thoughts as a woman, Kendra.
Star Wars, overrated, underrated?
You saw the trailer.
I mean,
The new trailer.
well, yeah, I don't, overrated or underrated, I don't know if I would say it's either of those things. Question mark? Those aren't good.
This is the Last Jedi trailer. I don't know why the Last Jedi trailer. There's a new Star Wars trailer out. And, yeah, I don't know. It's the last one of the, it's like, The Last Jedi, right? The Rise of Skywalker, it's called.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm excited for the film, and that is all.
Are they
going to
bring Luke back, you think?
Yes, I totally think that they are going to bring back everybody, and
Okay.
that's kind of what they're alluding to.
Is it the Rise of Skywalker? We talk about Leia, we talk about Luke, or we talk about Rey?
Yes,
All of them?
I think that all of them is the answer.
Well, I hope none of them fall to the dark side. And speaking of the dark side, NASA gonna send astronauts to the dark side of the moon. And they're gonna, freeze their ass off, I bet.
Well, and this is really interesting because even though we've been to the moon, we've never actually been to the polar caps, which is where specifically we're intending to go this time. And what makes this cool is all the ice that's going to be there.
Yeah.
Now, with all the bacteria that's in ice, they're like, what I find funny is they're like, oh, this is going to be great. We could maybe use it for drinking water and other reasons. And I'm like, bacteria lives in water. Maybe we shouldn't immediately take the moon water and start drinking it, guys.
Well, I think they will test it.
That was a
I think they're
joke.
gonna run a test. But no, it's not a joke. I mean, it's a good idea. It's something to think about. Like, we don't know what we're going to wake up. They don't even know what they're going to wake up in the polar ice caps when they start melting. All the anthrax that's being released and age-old bacteria. I can only imagine what...
all kinds of new filters will be needed.
But if they do find life on the moon, that's going to, if they find any kind of bacteria, that's groundbreaking, right?
It is.
So I worry about the radiation of stuff brought back, right? Is this giving off radiation? That's what I worry about. Yeah? You know? SpaceX... giving off a little show this week. Falcon Heavy landing all the boosters, all three, both of them simultaneously, and then the big giant one. Problem is, this rough seas and the ship fell over as it was on haul. Shh. No words, just emotions. So, Falcon Heavy, all three rockets landed, the main engine and the two side boosters. But one fell over after it landed on the catch-all ship. I still love you. Yeah.
Of course, I still love you.
Of course, yes, that's the full name. So, yeah, that's what happened. We always try to catch up with Elon, and I think it was a good showing on their part. Really excited that all the rocket boosters landed. They needed this to happen. Successful deliveries. So there you go. Right?
Another success for SpaceX.
He says the engines seem okay pending inspection. Elon is giving a bit of sass. I didn't want to go full week without talking about Elon and what he's doing. But there you go. About price changes. This says Model 3 has been the best-selling premium car in the U.S. for the past 3 quarters, and we've heard from Model 3 owners around the world that is great. And this guy says, so what about the rest of us who bought it at full price, right? So they're going to lower the price to $35,000. And Elon says, so if we raise prices in the future, will you cut a Tesla a check? Can't have it both ways. Really, it's like early adopter syndrome. So if you get in early, you pay for the Tesla.
And that's literally the first comment, too. Is it immediately they're like,
What?
Lowering prices after production is streamlined and volume is increased is the most common thing that happen in a free market. Early adopters always overpay. That's the price for being early.
Business Marketing 101. Yeah.
Literally Business Marketing 101.
All right, I'm excited. Next week for the cooking, I will be making chocolate chip cookies. So if you want to join along with me, you can make your own chocolate chip cookies and maybe some barbacoa tacos. But chocolate chip cookies are on the menu for next week for the cooking show. I want to thank everybody once again for stopping by. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, Facebook. No, we don't have Facebook. Shit.
Tweet. You can tweet at us, right? We've got to shoot the messenger. Twitter,
Yeah, and if you want to,
Instagram.
and if you want to see more of a hangout show where we just turn on the podcast and talk about our day, I mean, we can add a little bit to this. The other podcasts seem to have successfulness dropping shit like that, but I think with what we're doing with the topical thing is the right way to go.
And I mean, that's what this show is an experiment. This is an experiment for us, for the viewers and listeners as well. And so we do expect this to adapt as time goes on because this needs to be fun for us. And right now, topical is fun. And if maybe we want to do like a chill out type of show, your mom's house show, we will. But today,
I really hate that fucking show though. I hate it, and I'm gonna keep saying F word because I'm gonna drive this free speech thing home. And it's my show, so I can do whatever I want. I can
the
talk.
F-bomb is not a word that puts down a group of people. It's a bodily function and/or activity.
Mm-hmm. And or one of these, you know, one of those right said Freds. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, Fred? You know.
Fred.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Shootthemessenger.net.
Yes. Have a good holiday, Easter holiday.
Special thanks to our music provider, Third Coast Gypsy Jazz.
Yeah, and also to Dylan Nielsen. I don't know. This weekend Reddit, that little riff. I didn't write that. It kind of reminds me of the old Sports Center theme. Let me see this one.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yep, Dylan and his band wrote that, so we offered to put that in. Anyway, y'all enjoy your holiday. Thank you for joining us on Shoot the Messenger. Kendra, do you want to set them off with any words of wisdom?
Well, have a nice day.
There you have it. Have a nice holiday. We'll see you next time.